Well, I thought I'd do something a little different. I've been posting a lot of videos of the cruise-ins, and I thought I'd make a video of the behind the scenes of what it takes to go to all these cruise-ins. So Saturday afternoon, I went to the cruise-in up in Lenore, and now it's Sunday afternoon. I got to get the car unloaded, bring it back in here, and get it cleaned up, and check the oil, check the valves, and get it ready for auto fair this coming weekend. So let me see if I can get it unloaded, and I'll show you what's involved with it. As you can see, I didn't get it too straight, but I don't know if you can hear it in the video, but it's thundering. You hear it off in the distance, and it's just starting to rain, so I was in a little bit of a hurry to get it in and didn't get the trailer lined up that quick. Well, before I get to cleaning the car, working on the outside of it, I'm gonna pull the valve covers. One of the downsides to running methanol is, everybody knows it contaminates the oil, but it actually contaminates everything. And you'll be surprised how much water the methanol absorbed with the oil and sticks to the valve covers. It's almost like a condenser. The hot air from the motor comes up in the valve covers, and the oil, water, methanol condenses on the inside of the valve covers. So every 2 weeks I take the valve covers off and have to clean them out. I'll take the vents off. I don't know if I can, you can see it there. Look at all the water in there. I just cleaned them out 2 weeks ago, so it's not really white sludgy, but the condensation from the water is unbelievable. Let me get that dried out. I'll get it cleaned up, and we'll clean up the inside and get it put back on. Well, I got the water cleaned out the passageways. I usually just check all the lifter springs, make sure there ain't no metal pieces, nothing in there, everything looks good. I just adjusted the valves 2 weeks ago, but that water you seen in there, condensation was just in 2 weeks. So side wasn't as bad. Let me see. But if you can, let me get away from here. If you could see up in here, I don't know if you can see, but this is what I was talking about. This is the oil, water, methanol mix. And it's usually gobs of it. Like here, see all up along here. There's a whole bunch of it. So once a week, once every 2 weeks, depending on how much I drive it, I take the valve covers off, clean them out, and then clean the passageways where any oil that's milky sitting in there. And then once a month I change the oil. I was going to make a whole video about that because I just started recently here cooking the oil. I've seen some people on YouTube and they say you can cook it, and I got a little setup of, maybe I'll do a video on it, where I've been, it holds 2 gallons, and I bought me a stew pot down there by the house. I got a burner outside, and I've been cooking it about 200 degrees. Try to keep it between like 190 and 200, and you can see the water and the methanol burn off the oil. And you know, a normal motor runs 190 degrees anyway, so 190, 200 won't hurt the oil, because the oil's pretty clean. It's just contaminated with the methanol, and the methanol is sucking in the water. So I tried it last month. I got 2 gallons I've already cooked, and now the 2 gallons are in it. So the next time I change the oil, I'm gonna make another video, and I'll show how that works. Something new for me. I'm learning. Anybody got any suggestions or comments, please comment. Like I said, it's mostly been a trial and error, and learning on my own. But I did learn one thing. If you ask 10 people a question, you're most likely going to get 10 different answers. So you also have to use a little bit of common sense and some judgment to go along with all the suggestions to figure out what's right and what's wrong. That looks nice and clean. Let me put this down, and I'll clean out the I had the valve covers made by Williams Fabricating out in California. They did a beautiful job on them, and the flanges here bolted ahead are 3/8 of an inch thick, so they don't flex at all. They're machined flat or sanded flat, I don't know, however, but they resurface them flat. You can see on the other side, and I'm amazed. I've had no leaks, no issues. Like I said, just hand tighten them and never had a leak or nothing. Alright, let me put this away, and I think what I'm going to do next is start polishing. Let me put this away, and I'll move the camera over here, and we'll start on the polishing. Well, before I get started on the polishing, I wanted to explain a couple things some people might not understand, especially people that are not too familiar with working with cars or detailing cars. But my car, a lot of it's aluminum, and if I don't polish the aluminum maybe once every 2 weeks, it starts losing its shine, and over time, because of the humidity, the air, it'll start oxidizing, and the aluminum actually start turning white over a long period of time. But to keep it shiny, looking like chrome, I have to polish it at least once every 2 weeks, sometimes every week. And just to give you an example here, these bars here on the wheelie bars, these are aluminum. The wheels, the back wheels, the front wheels are aluminum. You can see the front wheel. All right, and then the valve covers, obviously, that's why I don't worry about the fingerprints on them. It's all got to get repolished. The intake, the spacer plate, the blower, the injector hat is all polished aluminum. The radiator is polished aluminum. And the engine plate, front and back, which you can see right there, that's polished aluminum. The back engine plate, you don't see much of it, but that's got to get polished. That's aluminum. So there's a lot of polishing every 2 weeks. All of these pieces got to get polished. Once a month or so, I'll take the wheels off, and it's easier just to lay them on a bench and sit there at a bench and polish them instead of doing it on the car. But what today I'll do is I usually jack up the back end, and that way I can sit there with my chair and just spin the wheels. I'll jack up the front end and then sit here next to the motor and just start at the top or start at the valve covers and work up, whichever. Yeah, usually altogether it ends up taking me about 2 days to get everything polished. So I don't know if I'll get this video finished today. See how tired I get polishing. Well, let me get the tripod set up, and maybe I can run it in like fast forward, so you know, time lapse thing where it goes pretty quick. We got the back wheels done, and we got the wheelie bars done. I'm going to start up here on the injector hat and work my way down to the valve covers, and then I don't know, maybe the radiator or the front wheels next. We'll see which one. think I'm gonna stop there for now. Back is hurting. Probably finish tomorrow. Front end is mostly chrome, so that just wipes off pretty easy. The only big aluminum pieces I got left are the radiator and the front wheels. And the zoomies are stainless steel, and they're changing color. You see up near the, I don't know if you can see it up near the top. I've been polishing the ends to keep them shiny at the elbows. I think I'm gonna leave it like that. I think the yellow tint on the pipes matches the yellow of the car, so I'll probably just leave that. That'll be all for today. I'll see if I can video the rest of it tomorrow. Well, yesterday I finished the video. We ended up finishing polishing the engine. So I got the back, the wheelie bars, the rear rims, the engine's done now. This morning I'm going to start on the radiator and the headlight mounts. You can see right here, these are polished aluminum. The headlight housings themselves are chrome, so those are just real easy to clean. And also this morning I'm going to repolish the front wheels. So let me get this camera set up and we'll get started. Well, finally got all the polishing done. You can see here. I think the only thing I got left to do is put fuel in it, and I'll wait until I get ready to load it before I put some more fuel in it. But I thought I'd give you a little behind the scenes of what goes on all week, trying to get this thing ready just to take it to a 2-hour show. I probably, like I said, spend 2 days cleaning, checking, adjusting. So, well, I appreciate everybody watching. Like, subscribe, and we'll see you at the next cruising.